What's up, Shacklz gang? This is Jaleel Shacklz, your advice guru, giving you relationship advice, general advice, and helping you stay positive. In today's video, I want to talk about feminism, what's wrong with it, and how you can improve it. But before I get into the video, please like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you receive my uploads. So initially with feminism, it started off ladies being housewives, them depending on men, but men not servicing their role in the life, and women getting tired of it and saying, you know what, we want to do our own thing. Fast forward to today's time, they're pretty much able to do anything, get any job that they want if they get the education. They can pretty much do anything above a man if you really think about it. And if the wage gap were really in there, then more women would technically be hired if there was really such a thing, but there's not. It's just a matter of guys working longer hours and girls balancing their life and work at the same time. So I don't really see the downfall in that. But as far as feminism goes, it went from equal rights to being superior of men. And that's kind of like cutting off a person's leg and then having them help you win a 100-meter dash when you still have both of your legs. So now guys are starting to join this MGTOW movement, and if you don't know what that is, that's men going their own way because they're tired of the judicial system that follows along in favoritism of women, let alone women making these false accusations, whether it be sexual harassment or rape or little things like that. And these are big deals, don't get me wrong, but when sexual harassment goes from somebody actually like harassing you, like you tell them no and then they continue to keep on doing, that is considered sexual harassment. Not necessarily a guy that looks like Uncle Fester looks at you from a distance because he thinks that you're beautiful, and then your friend goes, why is he looking at you? And then you go, I don't know, and then next thing you know, you're putting a restraining order on a guy that probably didn't get girls in the first place. So then it ends up leading him into MGTOW because he's like, you know what? These girls ain't about nothing. They just want money. And the thing you have to understand about guys too is that a lot of girls talk, but a lot of guys shut down. As in, like, girls will talk and talk and talk, and if the guy's not being heard, he will not talk. So with that alone, it ends up putting it in position where guys technically will give up and they will not marry a woman because they look at them like, oh, they're just trying to get money, or they're just manipulators, or they're this, they're that. And then that's how MGTOW started growing. Although it's sometimes men that hasn't gotten any play and they're just done with women. Or it'd be a guy that got a divorce and then the woman's getting alimony, she's getting the house, he's still paying for the house, and he pays child support. And leaves him with nothing. So then even though these players do what they do and cheat and end up in these situations, the fact that there's so many videos on YouTube about it, it gets guys thinking, let alone the way women reject men and go, oh no, you're not my type. And then they have these high-ass standards which don't allow men to maneuver. And with the feminist movement, you're actually making it harder for women that technically don't support feminism. They know about it, but they don't support it. You make it harder for them to find true, valuable relationships and getting married because of the whole feminist movement. And guys, as I said, are not the ones that are going to be like, all right, we need to move. We need to get out of the situation as fast as we can. So how can you improve feminism? You improve feminism by not necessarily attacking men. You empower the women of knowledge in the way that when they're younger, although we're supposed to respect our elders, you need to tell them to respect older men's opinions and not necessarily have them swooning over money, cars, and stuff like that, because older men have experience with life, with jobs and everything, so they're gonna have money. Even if they're broke, they're still somehow getting money and giving it to their little girl. So then she ends up thinking, oh, well, he's giving me everything and everybody around my age can't do it, so I'd rather go with him. And then she gets abused. Things happen. Like, you need to prepare the young youth of women. And in its own way, it's good that we have our different roles, because then a man feels valuable and then he will naturally step in. But now you have all these men who act more like women and want the women. See, this is the thing, as I said, when you guys push forward, we pull back. So now you have more men like, oh, she's working. She could pay my bills. She could do this. I don't got to do nothing. She wants to be the man. I'll let her be the man. Go ahead. Do your thing. And with being the man in equal equality, men are not going to fight for women as much. Because the Good Samaritan ends up the one getting tackled down. Say, for example, and this happened to me a long time ago. There's a girl. She's in an abusive relationship. She tells her guy friend, aka me. Me and my boys, we handle it. And then she still goes back to the same dude. Or it'll be somebody else. And let's just say he ends up bruising the guy that she's talking about. And then she goes, oh my gosh, I didn't think that you would do that to him. Oh my gosh, you're so hurtful. And then take his side while the Good Samaritan gets locked up. That is a problem. So even when the police show up, like let's say they get in an encounter, they're locking both of the men up, not just only the Good Samaritan. So guys are stepping back. You have to understand how this takes a toll on everybody, not just you. Ladies, understand, it's not all about you. You also have to think about the men out here. You have to learn to listen to them as well and figure out whatever the hell's going on with them. And if you don't like it, then don't deal with them. Go on to the next one. That's technically what guys do. Girl doesn't work out, they go on to the next one. But to take it so personally and be like, I hate men. Well, when you show that, we reciprocate by pushing away. We push away. And that's a bad thing. And I'm seeing this day in, day out with MGTOW videos, with girls reacting to feminism, with feminism just throwing up random facts that are pointless. I was watching a video previously from like Australia or something like that, where they're trying to prevent men from joining in the army so that more women could do it. It just sets a totally different mindset in the whole thing. So with improving feminism, empower the young women to respect themselves, to understand themselves, and to know how men think. And if you need some help with that, comment in the section below. Let me know what you think. Jaleel Shacklz, Deuces.